if you're with a narcissist, the silent treatment is not peace, it is punishment. And the reason why that is because they'll stop all communication, they'll stop talking to you, they'll stop coming by, they'll stop doing whatever. Because you might think that they'd be like, well, you know what, they don't want to talk, they're trying to wait till things calm down and everything like that. They want peace, maybe we can get into a better situation where we're not arguing, or, we're not having a disagreement or whatever. So you might be thinking on those terms, right? But when you're dealing with a narcissist, that is not true. It is a form of control. It's a form of punishment. They punish you and confuse you because they don't speak to you. They don't talk to you. And it can go on for days, weeks, and sometimes months. They do it to punish you. It is nothing about peace. It's nothing so they can calm down, or they can get a peace of mind, and they can get their thoughts together and everything like that. It has nothing to do with that. Nothing that you might think that, okay, maybe that's the case. No. They use that to control you, to manipulate you, and to control the narrative. So therefore, you'll be wondering, like, goodness gracious, why they have not called? Why they have not came by? Why they have not reached out? Or even when you call them, right? They won't pick up the phone, or then you'll finally realize that maybe you're blocked, and they're not answering texts and things of that nature, right? And even if they do answer a text, right, it's probably one word or two words, or or they'll just say, if you say, hey, listen, good morning, they'll just say morning. Like I said, it's just one word. I mean, they use it to punish you. And then when you do get on the phone with them, or some type of communication, they're very vague. They very just sit there and they just, mean and don't say much, and, still have this attitude, because guess what? You came to them first. You have to let that narcissist come to you, because if you do not, they will give you the most attitude, the most, non-remorseful, unsympatheticness attitude that you would never even understand. They use no communication to punish you. So that's what I'm saying, guys. If you're with a narcissist, they use their silence. They use their silence not for peace, but for punishment. They will punish you no matter what that you have to say. You can tell them, hey, listen, I'm sorry. You can say I'm sorry like a million times. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter how many times you say you're sorry, because guess what? They're going to always think, okay, well, I'm going to just see how long, this person is going to grovel, or whatever, whatnot, right? I'm going to see how long, they'll kiss my behind and things of that nature, right? And the more you give in, right, the worse off they would treat you. Kid you not. I'm telling you the truth. Do not give in into their nonsense, their control, their manipulation. They will turn around and use their silence to make you feel so crappy, sad. You might be having tears thinking that, oh my goodness, they don't care about me, and did they ever love me? And then you get to reminiscing about the time you guys spent, and you're like, goodness gracious, this has been going on for weeks. Like, when in the world is this person going to break? Guess what? They're not going to break. They're not going to break until they're ready to break. Only time that the narcissists break is when you stop paying attention to what they're doing, or even if, just stop paying attention to, their phone calls, their texts, or whatever. Because the simple very fact is, you got to just go silent with them. That's the only way you break a narcissist. Give them their own same energy, their own same medicine right back to them. Act like you don't care, just like they don't. That's how you break a narcissist, dealing with this silent treatment. Do not let them control you or manipulate you with their silence, because I promise you, they're thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about them. The only difference is between them and you is that you actually shows it. They hide their emotions. They hide their feelings. They don't care about, if it hurt them or not, okay? They will self-inflict themselves, knowing that they care about you and knowing that they love you. They will hurt themselves internally, okay? I'm saying emotionally hurt themselves from not talking to you or being around you just to prove a point. They would rather be lonely and sad and miserable just to prove a point to you. So I'm just saying, guys, if you're with a narcissist, their silence is not peace, it is punishment. Do not believe the hype. Do not believe because they have not called you or whatever. They're just thinking about things and they're trying to reflect and all this other stuff. They're not reflecting. They're not thinking. Only thing they're thinking about is how you're going to break. I'm just telling you the truth. That's the only way they're thinking. Okay, I'm gonna see how long this person is gonna break. I'm gonna see how long she or he is gonna break. So I'm gonna just wait it on out. Y'all know if I wait a couple of weeks or maybe a month or so, oh, I eventually get a call, I eventually get a text, or I could just wait a few days, because they know you, right? They know how you are. They know that, you crave them, okay? That you crave for their attention and their conversation because, of course, you love them or you care a whole lot about them, okay? So they use that against you to control you and to manipulate you. So I'm just saying, guys, if you were a narcissist, peace is not what they're after. It is control, 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 control for their attention, their conversation. Silence is not peace, but silence is always, always punishment when it's dealing with a narcissist. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps someone. I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I hope this helps someone. I hope you really see where I'm coming from this or whatever. Anybody out there, hopefully you've been through the same thing and you're over it or whatever, or if you are going through it, you know the signs and everything like that. So anyway, guys, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. And Jesus love you guys. All right, bye.